shouldn't have on someone like Ted Cruz unless they're willing to, or unless they understand how to actually challenge him. And it sounds like they failed on that front, at least when it comes to reproductive rights. Another comment here from Matt says, Ted Cruz just went on The View to say the 2020 election was stolen, in case you're wondering how the GOP's misinformation campaign is being aired on network TV 2 years after Jan 6. So again, I have not seen the full interview, but Matt Negrin is a reliable individual, so I trust what he's saying here. But again, showing The View not that great at this stuff. And this is just one example of many examples of The View getting things wrong. And, occasionally Sonny Hostin there, has good positions, will say the right thing. But it is not the norm from what I have seen. But again, not a regular viewer. Maybe things have changed dramatically since, what's her face? I'm so glad I forgot her name. Meghan McCain. Oh my God, I forgot her name. Wonderful. Meghan McCain, since she left The View, maybe it's gotten better. I don't know. But here is the moment that Ted Cruz was, well, I'll say forced off air, but no, that The View was forced off air because of something yelled at Ted Cruz. Someone in the crowd saying F you, and which was apparently bleeped out before it was put to air.
Biggest reason people at home are saying, okay, is my life better today than it was 2 years ago? And I think for the vast majority of Americans, the answer is no.
All right, so those gaps in audio there were not me. That's from the show. There's about, I think, a 7-second delay, so there's somebody on the button ready to, bleep anything out. So someone in the crowd yelling, fuck you, Ted Cruz, and they were forced to go to commercial. Now, quickly, since he brought up the economy and lying through his ass about inflation, there are several stories on this now about how corporations are raising prices as their profits are surging, using inflation as the example of that, or as the excuse to do that. So there's a Guardian analysis on this showing how much they've increased prices. They right here, the analysis of Securities and Exchange Commission filings for 100 U.S. corporations found net profits up by a median of 49%, and in one case by as much as 111,000%. Those increases came as companies saddled customers with higher prices, and all but 10 executed massive stock buyback programs or bumped dividends to enrich investors. So using inflation as the cover, they are clearly screwing people. So any bullshit Ted Cruz had about inflation, Ted Cruz is there to represent massive corporations and the wealthy. That's why he's in the Senate. So any lies he discussed there about inflation or people are struggling or any bullshit, he's so full of crap. And there's another analysis here from the Economic Policy Institute from April. Corporate profits have contributed disproportionately to inflation. How should policymakers respond? And again, they have a lot of data here showing how high corporate profits are. Meanwhile, labor costs are down, and they're just, again, completely screwing people in various ways, be it low wages, high prices, stock buybacks. I mean, all of this, again, this is how capitalism operates. If they can get away with it, if these corporations can get away with it, and right now they can because they can use inflation as the cover, then they will do it. And you're not seeing a lot of that covered in the mainstream press. Again, they're talking about, oh, inflation, somehow it's all Biden's fault, even though it's a global issue and these corporations are screwing people worldwide. The conversation around this is so dishonest, and very few people are actually calling this out that have a platform, be it, cable news. Maybe The View did. I don't know. Didn't see the full interview, but I would be surprised. But there you go. Ted Cruz getting heckled, kind of the second time, but the first time for sure at Yankee Stadium. This time, while he was on The View. I have no problem with it. I look, just on The View thing, I get the criticism that, this isn't a show. This isn't the audience's show. This is The View. These ladies, it's their show. It's their host. Let them do the show. Otherwise, every single episode could do this. I mean, you could have people there every episode interrupting the entire show, having no discussions take place. At the same time, this gets attention. And people are talking about this and will continue talking about this. I'm not sure if this will really lead to a discussion about climate change. Maybe it'll put some pressure on the producers there to introduce more climate change into their coverage out of the fear that they may get more protesters there, but I would be surprised.